Medium Isaiah Motos Lunola. More or less the 7 dispositions. Now come on, you war the 70 weeks of Daniel chapter 9 la. More you had last week la. More nyamene termine ye puzzle. You make it pause. Come on, you have sa ele nia wo video na fa di video wo na nia de juru kan bia wo make pause après e ba do atro la. Nyamene okuru the grace mo nyamene leleti mo Bible say for God so loved the world. Muti o ma itoba na yawuri e yankwan leti ye puzzle. Ungro ka ba do azore na o ma mo ye bobeka yeso la bazechi. Muti o ke 70 weeks of Daniel chapter 9 verse 24 to 27. Mo yela okay, Yeluma ye 49 years plus 434. Me have 7 weeks plus 62 weeks. 69th week mo ye pause la. Zahani ala sa yako. You had in Kosovo to my bobble, then we started the 7 dispositions. More you had in a borobola. You had in a borobo, the 7 dispositions in it. And see a near one. More bobble in Kosovo thing. More or started la. You forget man innocent. Man innocent and not innocence. More you burn we war. Genesis chapter 1 to chapter 3. Can create Adam and Eve. Now, dispensation eka. Ujika no mam kamo Adam on Eve nyamre bolu be gware tole nyenu. La on manbe. Ejoke molen gwane ejoke salvation gospel of this dispensation mukoke. Do not eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But diba kama no more only knowledge of good and evil la. But dife. We see in Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Genesis chapter 2 verse 16, 17. Genesis chapter 3 verse 6. And Genesis chapter 3 22 to 24. Bon umu ko so tun wake. Na ehia mu ko tianzi mo milene be ya lanzon sibe. Adam and Eve ya lanzon sibe la. The end came to them. E wi re ne gale bon so. Na mari jibe vili to le nienu na o mare be yibo vi garden of Eden no over bu vindere no vare umma bo vre Sarafin o mal business ale mo pangura ba wulu ngodi ko. Mo ti nuwa yeah dispensation bi ko mo tozu nyo vindere a ba ke Adam and Eve be vindere la ba wuru don. Mo ti eka tozu dispensation of under conscience anake conscience mo yebe nwi wo Genesis chapter 4 to Genesis chapter 8 mo kreke Cain and Abel, Enoch on Methuselah na ekene noko awurade noko van marbe kama be de kama nula na on marbe ngwane ejuke salvation gospel wo dispensations are no more conscience dispensation enula. O say do good and do not do evil, or love what is good and hate what is evil. Benua yangoboy etanungomiala na this dispensation no ko gari yore. This dispensation no gari yore. Na yore nu imeye dispensation ka yuela is a dispensation bi okomo thousand sala yaga. If man in authority over the earth, human government, human government, human government more dispensation of human government la. Mo thousand sala. Bible clear ke na anson sibe don ezagare salvation gospel more dispensation come on hanke believe God and build an ark. Meri me be nie nyamre bantunu a etanu ko mi ala ya ne bre ya. Enianu a Genesis chapter 9 to Genesis chapter 11. Noah, Shem, on Nimrod. Na benzuro nyamene. Na yɛn Genesis chapter 9 verse 1 2. Genesis chapter 11 verse 1 to 4. Genesis chapter 11 verse 5 to 8. Mo ekoso tu woke. Salvation gospel mo ben Israel. So Genesis chapter 6 nyamene mane Noah bobole akene. Na ovar ko ti owuranu na menu mo lo akejo ke na hire bela ban va mo ti ke Noah oye omemi yansa ye be mama insan be ye menu mo che e nyamre va owuranu mo ti be vindela. Then another dispensation on that promise. Dispensation on that promise. Mo ti me zan ala na ke tani ya ke bre ya ani okon moti oyedede la ane ye bozole moti dusde bi ye aziria yamene destruction bulegale mo omane confusion of Babel gale na ani don renua très bon. Mutisa Noah you got fourth dispensation. That's the dispensation on the promise. Exodus chapter 12 and Acts chapter 1. Genesis chapter 12 to Exodus chapter 11. The dispensation of promise. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, only Joseph. And the promise in it. Now, come on, dispensation, fourth warning, third warning. Menumo be vlunuala out of the dispersed of descendants of the builders of Babel. Babel, so menumo be vlunuala, Noah, abozamamo, mo be ye de Babel, mo answers be gale, mo nyamle destroy, de kwa banye no mo malania don vlunuala be descendants mo kuso oti. Mo begala nyamene oni albi nuwa dede eza of varia unwezele ogare kama ye ise ye be nwi Genesis chapter 12 to Exodus chapter 11 la no da no ko salvation gospel mo wakela ye marke believe God's promise. Now God promised Abraham, God promised Isaac, God promised Joseph, not a promise, God promised Jacob, na a promise Joseph in Noko. Ashia nunu. Come on, yamre bo e yuadene. O bo e yuadene. Na o vale. O de quoi Egypt, kebe freye, Abraham ko obozo ma ba ho akra zunlunu la muti angba no ko ba ho akra zunlunu wo Egypt manu muti se Genesis chapter 12 verse 1 to 3, Genesis chapter 13 verse 14 to 7, Genesis chapter 15 verse 1, Genesis chapter 26 verse 3, Genesis chapter 28 verse 12 to 13, Makiyaga Exodus chapter 1 verse 13 to 14. God's promise, believe God's promise. I call it dispensation, salvation gospel for dispensation of on the promise. Inti, mene na yere de mo, akibe nye ban dunu ala. O dano ko de dispensation on the promise en gari yore. Namo o renu ala leke. Dispensation of law. More the fifth dispensation. Exodus chapter 12, Acts chapter 1, which is the of Moses, judges, the kings, and the prophets. Na Noah is a nyamre mane slamo onne ayin la zubiala guane. Again, the grace of God came to the help of helpless man and redeemed the chosen people out of the hand of the oppressor, that is the Egyptians. In the wilderness of Sinai, he promised them the covenant of law. Muti. I can come promise like this the dispensation of Lord, the salvation gospel more or care or dispensation general obey God and keep His commandments. Say near Bible nenua, obey God and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Muti bemayani ake, miri ni zebe nuzo. Muti Exodus chapter 19 verse 5. Also now, if you indeed obey my voice and keep my commandments, you shall be a special treasure to me above all the people, for all the earth is mine. Still now, the need. Hey, nake yaroboro. Nua, yanyaman is a ziere. Dispensation for Framo or Bukere. Okay. Come on, you muni. Daniel 17 weeks nenu. Que 69. E pauso la. Que dan ko nyamre e pauso. Nake eva grace nega. Muti 61 dispensation of grace. Ima kakaka ya wunu ala. Mo class ya wunu no ya yangwane la. Dispensation of grace. The church age. Acts chapter 2 and Revelation chapter 3. Yakinga chapter 3 de yeke June 19 yebe wume koton weke. Come on, you prepare personality. Ni prepare the bobo butini ala. Motisa yakinga John chapter 6 verse 47. Sa yakinga John chapter 10 verse 27 to 28. John chapter 5 verse 24. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8 to 9. Now, economical salvation gospel more dispensation of grace ika more and learning now yama ya dinua more ya rapture ya ba ya pezola. Salvation grace in gospel ni clear. Confess Jesus as the Lord and believe in His resurrection. Romans chapter 10 verse 9. That if you confess with your mouth that the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God has raised Him up from dead, you will be saved. Eka mirine. Kaka miya wuru miya bize ya wonke aso dispensation of grace ika. Mirine beri alu dunwa. Na dispensation of grace ika debi oba peso ye ma le rapture. Na se kaka mo ye tinde ye na miya di ye na la ye rapture bezia. Ke nyamre ba yi ya so le no mo le ye da ye la. Asana ye yamaka na ejusura yanze mutejema da me union da me you the last dispensation more all kingdom dispensation, the dispensation man under the personal reign of Christ. Okay, the kingdom age, Revelation chapter 20 verse 1 to 6. Eka ansana mo eka ke zira ye be jomre nkwa ke ye bobozre Christ bara yi asoro ne evru nsu anzi ye oni bara azrazo yimu ye evreka. Revelation chapter 20 verse 1 to 6. Mutikaka dispensation of grace ka me wonu ara ye de otesene o muti ye chance me wonu ara ka be me yenu yo. Last week ne otebare nyamre pause 69 mo ole dispensation of grace ne oni otibe yi azora to me di madam yenu yo. About to after the dispensation of grace, in zone de kaya bezia, in zone de be your baga, the answers to any and Christ, more about years, about to